All right, we're supposed to get a Terence Crawford fight announced this week. That didn't happen. Obviously, if you didn't know, Sunday is the beginning of the new week. But let's get to it. Tim Bradley doubts that Pacquiao and Crawford happens. Let's talk about it. Check out the boxing news playlist for more videos like this. And Bradley says he doubts Pacquiao and Crawford will be taking place. He says that he's on the inside and he doesn't think the fight is going to happen. Bradley says Pacquiao can't fight in the United States for some reason that he fails to elaborate on. Additionally, he states that Pacquiao wants $40 million for the Crawford fight, and who knows if there will be that kind of money available. But he went on, this is a dangerous fight for both guys, said Bradley on Max on Boxing. And a fight between Pacquiao and Crawford, I hear the rumors, but I'm on the inside, and that fight doesn't like it's going to happen. What we know about Pacquiao, Pacquiao can't touch the states. So the fight will have to be promoted overseas, probably Dubai, somewhere like that, he says. If Pacquiao and Crawford fight does happen, I forget that. I hate when they pin. Just put the quotes. I started my own way. I'm starting to do it the right way. Pacquiao gives Crawford problems. Pacquiao, I've been in the ring with him 36 rounds, said Bradley. He's a beast. He's friendly. And he says, yes. He said, yes. He says, it'll do. I'll fight this guy or whatever. But when he gets in the ring, he's a man you must fear, even at 42 years old. I call him the Tom Brady of boxing. This guy can still fight at the highest level, Bradley said. He beat Keith. I didn't think he was going to beat Keith in the fashion he did. It was fantastic. Terence Crawford had the privilege of sharing the ring with him early in his career before he became who he is today. But I see advantages in Pacquiao's favor, and I also see advantages in Crawford. You know what's funny about Boxing News 24 reading these articles, man? United States chivalry is dead. Bias, being unbiased or giving a clear, vague opinion without any biasness or little biasness it doesn't exist in boxing anymore. You know, it doesn't exist in the sports world. Everything is either race driven or everything is, who I like better driven. And Boxing News 24 is the shittiest at it, man. And this ain't the same dude that wrote the other article. His name Chris Williams. This is Jeff or Norma, whatever it is. It's just today, man. It's very, very pathetic that a lot of people can't think for themselves. What I mean by this, they say don't like Crawford. Everybody don't like Crawford. They say don't like Floyd. Everybody don't like Floyd. Whoever it may be. But you don't never see them say, oh, don't like, Canelo Alvarez. Oh, Canelo Alvarez is by far the worst fighter than Terence Crawford. When you talk about just getting the benefit of the doubt, having a silver spoon up his ass his entire career, popping hot, having disputable, every championship fight he have is disputable. You know what I'm saying? Except it's versus Rocky Fielding. It's to the point where, man, you just want to just start talking UFC. At least UFC is still at the point where it's beautiful and a lot of the fans enjoy it. It's still race driven, but it's not to the point where boxing is. But he gave his opinion on Spence, but we already know what's up with that. My whole thing is I agree with him on the point where they both guys give each other problems. But for Crawford, if he used lateral movement, it's an easy fight for him. Okay, but then again, Bob said the fight was going to be announced this week. It didn't happen, which I thought they may announce it Saturday at the hearing fight, but it didn't happen. So at this point, really, we looking back at Sean Porter. Bob said on that interview with Baldhead Boy that talk black but don't like black women, that, they still talking to Sean Porter. So I don't know what's going on. He said Pacquiao can't touch the states. Pacquiao fought in the states his last couple fights. So I think Al Heyman kept his debt paid up, but maybe he can't fight in the states. Maybe he ain't paid his debt. I don't know. But at the same time, so be it. If you want to fight Mikey Garcia, so be it. It makes me no difference what he do, because he doesn't have to fight Terence Crawford. He didn't have to fight Keith Thurman. But there's been no real wrinkle with Terence Crawford, with no real weakness, or slippage, because Keith Thurman wasn't active. He saw versus Lopez, he was slipping. Crawford hasn't shown that slip, and at that point, Pacquiao don't have to fight him. When people said that and it came out, people were like, oh my God, I can't believe he's gonna take it. And who cares? Because ask yourself, why wouldn't he fight Errol Spence when he just got into a car accident? Why? Why would you fight Errol Spence and he just got into a car accident? It's common sense. Why wouldn't he fight Errol Spence when he got in a car accident? It'd been an easier fight. Keith Thurman said Errol Spence more dangerous. He's not. Especially when he says he's operating at 70% at the weight. He's not. But at the same time, Bradley just basically telling us the fight not going to happen. And cool. I don't really have no two ways around it. It's not a fight that I want to see. The fight that I want to see is Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. But he going to fight Ugas, and his fans going to be, oh yeah, Ugas. Nobody want to see Ugas' boring ass fight. Ugas has no chance in that fight. And if Ugas do win, he got to do it again. So what's the chances of Earl getting beat by Ugas twice? Just to the point where boxing got all the ingredients to make a great 3, 4, 5 course meal, but it don't. And think about it. Pacquiao ain't fighting nobody that he can't drain or nobody that ain't slipping. He got a great resume, but there's a lot of asterisks by it. They want to talk about it. I'm talking about Cotto at the catch weight, Oscar at the catch weight, Margarito at the catch weight, Haddon after he got knocked out, going the distance with an old ass Shane. Shane never been stopped. He supposed to get Shane the fuck up out of there. That was Shane after he fought Floyd. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, like I said, if Crawford was showing this type of endurance and this type of longevity and this type of, not taking a deep breath when he's tired, they'd be talking to him in the same vein as Charlos and as Errol Spence. He on this, he on that. Boxing is race driven. You know what I'm saying? If you can't see it now in this climate that we living in, it's race driven. And you got to understand the American, the Cuban and the black fighter, even the fighters that come out the great continent of Africa, they come in with, they got to be great. They got to be greater and great to get credit. Guys like Pacquiao, Canelo, guys that come from Mexico, some of the white guys from UK, they don't have to be that great. And Terence Crawford is a better fighter than Canelo. Straight up and down, he's a better fighter than Canelo. There's just no way around it. Errol Spence, you can make a case maybe, but he can move up and weight and fight Canelo. Canelo is a good fighter. Don't get it twisted. He's a really good fighter, but a lot of his situations, he benefit from, if it was even and the judge scored it the way it should be scored, he would have a few losses on his resume. More than Floyd Mayweather. He disputable decisions over and over again, and people act like it didn't happen. When you're looking at Errol Spence, other than the Sean Porter, Errol Spence championship fights, he dominated them. Terence Crawford championship fights, he dominated them. Jermell Charlo championship fights, he dominated them. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather mostly dominated his championship competition. Only time Canelo dominates something is when he fighting Rocky Field and Callum Smith. When you put people even thought the Danny Jacobs fight was closer than it was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And when he don't dominate, it's talking about he took a dive, Kovalev this. Come on. But as far as this fight happening, I really didn't think it was gonna happen to begin with. Honestly, I didn't think this fight was gonna happen. I was hoping. I was kind of shocked. But for Manny Pacquiao, he can go out the way he want to go out. If it's versus McGregor, versus De La Hoya, if it's versus Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, who cares? I'll be speaking the same way if Errol Spence got the fight. It's not as easy as people think it is. It's a tough, competitive fight, at least for a certain time period of the fight. Certain longevity of the fight, but I'm going to take it from Bradley. The fight ain't happening. Cool. So do we look at Keith Thurman? Do we look at Sean Porter? Because they say it's going on pay-per-view. And the leading candidate, that's probably respectable is, probably Keith Thurman. It ain't going to be Ugas. Keith Thurman is the guy. Or Sean Porter, and he really not a pay-per-view guy. But for Pacquiao, he can go out the way he want to go out. I'm not mad at Pacquiao. He been bullshitting his whole career. He fought Chris Algieri at a catchweight. People forget. People talking about he's the greatest, if you do, he ain't nowhere near the greatest fighter of all time. People just prisoners of the moment. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests, all my social media links in the description. Twitter's the fast way than Facebook than Instagram. We also got a Facebook group. Want to check that out? The link's in the description. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share the video. Let me know what you guys think. One time for the one time. Good for the Sports TV. Peace.